Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Storm, and once again, I'm playing Danganronpa. So, the second investigation is officially complete, and now we have to go in and begin the next class trial. Oh joy, because it was always so much fun to do it before. Yeah. Oh, hey, you guys are all here already. Ahem. So, is everyone ready to what? Am I blind? Or are we missing someone? Are we?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. Oh. And Toko, you. So you don't remember who she is? Yeah. You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding! I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? Uh-huh. She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
So she a genocide drag. Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. Oh boy, let's see this. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Toko. Maybe Byakuya. Someone standing right here. Outside chance of Sakura and maybe Aoi having some sort of involvement, but I don't know.
Hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? There's something odd about Toko's behavior, you think? I do not think mere shock is enough to explain it. I give you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you. My guess, Byakuya maybe already suspects Toko himself and is trying to see how Makoto can actually put things together. Hey, Aoi. I guess it wasn't much help at all on this one. Oh, it's okay. I forgive you. Actually, there's nothing to forgive, actually. Not in my opinion, anyway.
Oh, very sad.
Miss Fujisaki, I must admit, for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Shut up. Of course, the 3D makes me cringe. Shut up! I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Justice always prevails, right, bro? So sure about that.
Shall we go?
Shall we begin? Hold on, still talking to everyone.
Well,
I will uncover the villain who performed such heinous acts on a weaker individual. You ready? We doing this? Let's go. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
it's true.
Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaking legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. It's clearly Took. Oh, I didn't speak to her, actually. I skipped her by mistake. The silver box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Why would it be affected? Will you shut up? Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? I don't know, man. I didn't get a good look at it last time, so I can't really tell. Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good, good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well?
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly dudes, please stop. You're not as poetic as you think you are. A deadly class trial. Stop. You know, yeah, I'll save extra slot. Open the handbook. Let's see, truth bullets. Oh boy, I hate doing this. Dead. She was only 4'10"? My goodness. Ultimate programmer. Junko's dead. I kind of liked her. She was kind of a bitch, but kind of like the lovable kind of bitch you want around in the show. 15. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That leaves 11, and by the end of this, one more person will be dead. All right. Set skills. Oh, I forgot I can do this. Attentive influence. Increases the influence gauge by 2. Effective during the class trial. Costs 2 SP. Melodious voice. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Okay. Handiwork. Allows you to reload bullets at once. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. Effective doing it. Okay. Do I have any other ones? Robot shock. I have one already equipped. Okay. Increases your truth bullet rate of fire. Effective during the non-stop debate and the bullet time battle final strike. Cost 3 SP. How do I increase my SP? Or it's stuck at 13 for forever? Because I want to get other skills as well. There's 2. Okay. Let's go. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
You have to make clear that what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Make your argument. Locker room dumbbell. Well, yeah.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file,
Whoops. Shit.
the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Which is what I said. No, that's not what I meant. Anything about one more time. There must be someone that statement. No.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
Fucking
It
up
appears
already.
it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe. Interesting.
Shit.
That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
I've seen the comments. Busting on this. Yeah.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Not an iron pipe.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Is it? Ugh. I hate to see that.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes! That's so creepy!
Well, how do you know exactly what the injury from a dumbbell would look like? I mean, yeah, you looked at a head wound, but how did you know to link the two exactly? Are you some sort of CSI agent?
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is
Toko,
the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
who happens to be Toko. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? I know I'm going to add to the non-stop debates. We'd have to hear more. God, not... What now? Absolutely. I have to. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Jesus. The truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. There's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the X button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but reaction difficulty is set to gentle. White noise won't appear at all. I'm not sure if it is. In which case, you forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. I'm not sure it is. I have to see.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong.
There might be. Break!
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
the why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be 2 defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
Good point, Owie.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Alright, fine. The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know, if I'm not mistaken, has something to do with the positioning of the body. How the body was positioned.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
Random thought here for a second, but the way that Kyoko is dressed has always caught my attention. Well, let's keep going and see what happens.
There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Oh, shit.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
That was my guess too, honestly.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
One who uses pills and gas to kill their victims?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Yeah, the multiple personality thing.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? That's exactly what it is. Hangman's Gambit. What was this one again? What? What am I doing here? Oh, great. Pressing the triangle button. This mother wants to destroy them. Ugh. Ah, fuck. Shit. Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Fuck. Uh-oh. Have you already come to the end of the debate? Well then, the class trial is officially adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's the blackened. No, don't do that. Don't tell me. I want to figure it out myself. Don't tell me. Anyway, it was definitely Toko. But I mean, I feel the one with the most votes is Mako. Oh, that's right. But it's not the blackened. Too bad. So the real killer gets to graduate. Congratulations to them. On the other hand, everyone else must now be punished.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Yeah, this happened last time we did the class trial. Yes, give another shot.
Refuse to give up yet.
But I'm pretty sure you have a limited amount of time to a limited amount of retries rather. Bullets, classmates. No, fast forward. Window off. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, remind me again. Okay, slow down, patch down, clean voltage. Use R1? No, not the red ones. Which one do you want me to hit then? Don't hit red, maybe? That's totally not it. I mean, miss. Okay, you know what? Hold on one goddamn second here. Okay, so now I see what I need to aim for. I think. Right. There we go.
Understand?
Schizo. Complete.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too.
You did.
They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Yes, which is the proper medical term that they use nowadays, rather than multiple personality disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable.
She seems to act like she has multiple personalities.
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to do with her behavior. Her behavior changed.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine. I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
What?
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
She acted that way, the way she was speaking. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her, of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
He paid attention to what was going on.
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
So he did know. Like, so they do know each other.
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
She just admitted it.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
So I'm guessing the masturbation fantasies are out the window for her now, right?
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Ugh.
That's the only reason I promised.
This is horrible all around.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
He probably didn't.
But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
I'm sure.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
Genocide Jack himself? Or herself?
The person you don't mean.
There should be more space between her and everyone else. Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Oh boy. Ugh.
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Oh, that's terrible.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this? Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
Do they say that? I don't think I've heard that expression before.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
Alright, so can you get to the point now? Can you get to the end of it, please? This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
You're right next to her, dude.
What's up?
Ugh.
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Who is us? I don't think that at all. Don't put me in the situation with you.
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds.
All right, this is already going nowhere. I can see that.
Just kidding.
Then it's not true?
Why would it
Of course
be?
it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
That makes no sense.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be
Yeah.
enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
You did say that.
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
And also, Toko said that Genocide Jack got out and killed someone already. The only people who died so far were Leon, Sayaka, and Junko. Junko tried to attack Monokuma, so he retaliated and killed her. And Sayaka tried to kill Leon, but he got the better of her and killed her instead. Then when we exposed Leon, he was punished and killed in front of everyone. So that's... And then Chihiro's dead now, and as Toko said, Genocide Jack got out and killed someone or something. So... Okay, let's keep going. I knew it couldn't be this easy. Because, like, Byakuya was explaining everything himself, and this... I knew it couldn't be this easy.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Makoto's sweating. Maybe. She's totally right about that, but... something's still bothering me. What she said. I need to get some more details about all of this. Make your argument. Size of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Okay. Just to focus on remembering Chihiro's body. That must have the answer. That should prove what she said isn't quite right. Okay, so what he said isn't quite right? Alright.
But I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, it's wrong.
Blake. I found
Are
it.
the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know?
Genocide Jill usually used scissors to kill her victims, but Chihiro was bludgeoned to death. Now granted, I figured that since there were no scissors around, as far as we know anyway, Genocide Jill probably just used what she had on hand to kill her. So that's how it's different, but... Alright, let's keep going and see.
Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things.
Okay, Liam Neeson.
Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Did they have ragu and Chef Boyardee in Japan? I'm just curious.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
Okay, so you know what? I'm betting it was Byakuya. Byakuya was my second choice. Toko seemed... well, she was the obvious... Okay, that's clever. Toko was the obvious choice, but Byakuya was always my second guess. The extension cord. Right? And he used that... well, let's say someone used to tie up Chihiro and suspend her and tried to blame them on Genocide Jack. Alright.
There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and stomach. Here you'll see a clear difference. The victim's fatal injury, yeah.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method?
Again, what they had on hand, but granted, it probably wouldn't take too much effort to bring some scissors with you to kill someone, so...
And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Oh gosh, you just need to stop.
Can you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In both of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the victims were stabbed through their hands. Wait, were they? What's the difference when she was suspended, how the body was posed? What was used to suspend her?
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically,
now I see.
pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
I noticed the scissors in the... just right into the wall. I just realized it. The cracks in the walls. It's like concrete or something? Jesus. Also, I'm wondering if these aren't just the same shots of arms over and over again. Maybe. I think so. You know, it doesn't matter.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
Of course you do.
Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky
Do tell.
Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Who the hell is Big Mac?
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Oh, please don't call him that.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Okay.
Huh?
Oh, wait, is it the bloodlust sign? Because that's the only thing I can think of.
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
All men?
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Stop putting this all on me. Jesus Christ, why don't you just say it? Make me do more work.
Pattern.
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There's pants surrounding the Genocide Jack victims and Chihiro didn't fit it? If you look at the names of every victim, you'll notice what you'll notice is I think I figured it out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro. Because Chihiro was a girl.
My gun! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
I just remember I was wrong about the whole trap thing.
Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Komatsuna Taro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Naohira, Takeshi Masume, Yuto Yumijima. There was no end to it.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Yeah, one was 32 and another was 14.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the movie side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
Fan madam.
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, would you kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
I mean, it depends, like, what's on hand and, you know, if you actually feel like cooking.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of a one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Lolly car!
Lowly, cur.
Oh, you made him mad.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
Yeah, she's right. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Because the whole point is of killing outside the school was to kill people and then run, and so you can kill people, make the display, and then run so you can bask in the glory of the carnage. Right. Alright, I changed my mind. I think Byakuya is the killer. Although still having Genocide Jill here is not a good thing.
That does make some amount of sense.
Yes! Whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors.
Wouldn't you though, still, if you need to survive and make it so you're not the obvious suspect?
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Right.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are Are you sure about that?
Oh, come. Hey, look at that. Why don't you put those up?
She's fully equipped.
And dude, you're right next to her too.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong, you can't you gutter dogs, all of you!
Fuck you.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's probably out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. Yeah, Byakuya. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Byakuya, I'm talking to you.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Byakuya, answer me.
Then the reason you pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was
A cover-up.
because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Yeah.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Ugh.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
Well, Genocide Jill just demonstrated why it couldn't be her. And you've done nothing to say why it couldn't be you. So, what do you have to say about yourself?
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Right now.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Remind me, I really don't recall. And the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you... Oh, that's right. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There's a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. What? No, it's not debate. What is it? Alright, what is it now? Next, we're going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the triangle button. Yes. Then you memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. Christ, more pressure. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your load of truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, You'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I always say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck, and have fun. Fuck you. Make your argument. Monokuma file number 2.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Indeed.
But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it!
Please shut up.
Natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who
Right.
was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
you wish you'd taken me with you.
There was something in there to begin with, dude. Hearing Byakuya's comment about Chihiro being a girl. I was contradiction like that. I knew it! I was right! Ah, dude, hold on for 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Alright. This is how you could have known before we even found it. Okay, let's make that contradiction clear.
So, you said Byakuya
I
was
figured I
acting
should
kinda weird
do something
before we
about that
found the
one.
body. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
Shut up.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would
Oh,
suggest
son of a
we
bitch!
check the girls' locker room first.
Can
There
I go
was
back?
no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
you wish you'd taken me with you.
Alright.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
Genocide Jill is just so weird right there.
Absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
What, do you think there's some mistake lurking in what I said?
Shoot!
Oh, damn.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
That's the only thing I can say. Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird is going on. Okay, what do you want me to say then?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Son of a bitch. What am I forgetting this time? Makes me yell. This week's probably a line of continuing long term. Multiple plots may appear to figure which push have loaded. Then hold down the triangle, but you can say we spot temporary bullet and later argument.
But he was acting weird.
if you're presented with the opportunity to check out the
That's a natural reaction!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
you wish you'd taken me with you.
Go with this contradiction there. No sense how you could have known before we found it.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird.
Fuck!
If you're presented
Okay, I think now I see what I have to do.
The victim was Chihiro. So, of course, I would suggest we...
There was no time. What's so strange? You wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Come on, what the hell do you want me to say here?
Shoot!
Ah, boy.
So, you said Byakuya was acting acting funny, but he was acting...
You're presented with the opportunity to that's a natural reaction.
There are
The
only two
victim
things
was
to talk about
Chihiro,
here.
Who was it? So of course I would suggest we. There was no time. What's so strange?
You wish you'd taken me with you. So, you said Byakuya...
Oh, when you catch it and slowly press it. No. Loaded. So L1, you shoot the bullet cylinder. Leave left stick to shoot the bullet.
He was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
This is all I have. I mean, hell.
You're presented with the opportunity to check out the girl. That's a natural reaction.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Ah, what the? What do you... Dude!
Shoot!
Ah!
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out, that's a natural.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions.
What's so strange? You wish you'd taken me with you.
I really don't. What more? Him Byakuya's comment about Chihiro being a girl, I realize there's a clear contradiction there. It doesn't make sense how even... It doesn't make sense how he could have known before we even found it. Found what?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out
Okay.
the girls' locker room, that's a natural reaction for any.
The victim was Chihiro.
No, it's wrong.
Okay. I'm a moron. I focused on the wrong thing.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. He doesn't care, dude. Also, he's the killer, so he's trying to throw the scent off of him. I got him cornered, but he's acting like it has something to do with him. Yeah, because he's trying to make sure he doesn't get caught.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
You think?
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and the Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? There we go. If I make another mistake, I'm gonna... That's a big fail for me. Yeah, the library just... I was thinking about the same thing. He tied up Chihiro using an extension cord.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
The proof that Byakuya did it is hidden within the rope. I guess it's possible. But first... The item she had been bound with was used like rope. But was it actually a rope? It wasn't. No, it wasn't. Byakuya didn't use rope. He used a very specific object.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I've never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
Son of a
somebody else
bitch!
had it hidden away somewhere.
What? The difference? You want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those same
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right! Then there must be
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before.
Yes, you did. Break.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
That's right.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
Byakuya, answer me.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
Yes, motherfucker. Like Genocide Jill even said, if she had... She doesn't kill to survive, but in some fluke chance that she actually did have to do that, she wouldn't arrange things in her usual fashion. That just makes her the bigger suspect.
I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it.
Ah, so we agree.
Is that about right?
Yes, it is. It's right. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. Yes, man, because he's trying to make it look like he's not the culprit. Why are you so naive? As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Oh, yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
I'm just good not disagreeing. Huh?
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, but can we hold on just a second?
No.
I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Alright, fine.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
What?
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room. But does that mean... Can we just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? So what are you saying? Is the difference between found in the locker room and someone... What, did you think Byakuya tipped someone off for them to come and find the body themselves? Or something like that? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. His presence. Fuck! The scene of the crime?
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
That sounds incredibly suspicious. Or did I get it wrong?
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
Yes, found dead there, but that's not where she was killed.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Oh, it's... Oh, that sounds just incredibly stupid and naive, first of all. Second of all, it's you again trying to throw the scent of the trail off of you.
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
So he switched. So he switched the entire. So he did switch the entire room.
The rest of the murder scene?
Right. I was just thinking about Sakura talking about that coffee stain in the girls' locker room.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? Yeah, very clearly you did. He's angry right now. When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who had been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
I wasn't sure the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that was switched between the boys and girls' locker rooms. There's two things, actually.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
Mm-hmm.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
They're all lesbians. Or they're all bisexual.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Thank you, Genocide Joe. You very much add to this conversation.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado.
That looks fake as hell. This looks like something out of season 1 of Totally Spies.
Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
You know, unless they're all gay or bisexual.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms.
No toiletries.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Indeed.
Protein coffee?
I know, right? Sounds so weird.
While I
Who
was
does
in
that?
the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
Yes, scrubbed away. No, it's not the stain that was scrubbed away. It was moved. Yes, this.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
She probably went in there after borrowing a boy's e-handbook.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Oh?
I highly doubt that.
Just let him talk.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Alright, here we go again. Make your argument. The broken e-handbook? What about it? We'll see.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Is that possible?
She was the ultimate programmer, after all.
Oh, wow, yeah, you're right.
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
Wait, what? Yeah, what thing? I don't remember.
Talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Theoretically, if Chihiro was to use Leon's handbook, she could get into the boys' locker room. But when we found Leon's handbook in the main hall, there's no doubt that it was. In which case, can we really say that she used it?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
She has used Leon's handbook, she could get the boys' locker room. But when we found Leon's handbook in the main hall, there's no doubt that it was yet broken or deactivated or something. So it wouldn't actually work though, would it?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
I'm at a loss right
I
now.
don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Think here. Maybe she did. Maybe she did hack it.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really
All
have
right, let's
gotten
see.
into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Oh, crap. You think you have some proof that that contradicts what I said? Fuck.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
I got it! She must have hacked her e-hit. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have... No, I don't... She used to think that was... Huh? What thing? I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Alright, let's see.
Could Chihiro really have...
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all.
How did I forget that this quick about how to work this damn game?
She used to think... Huh? I'm talking about... If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room...
Is it really? Could Chihiro really...
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been... No, I don't... She used to think... Huh? I'm talking about... If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room...
Is it really? Could Chihiro really...
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate
That doesn't work.
after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it.
Ah, fuck.
She used to think that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
No, she did hack it.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really...
She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used to think that was in the main hall.
What?
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Ah,
She had
fuck.
that. She could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Maybe. Okay, let's see.
Could Chihiro really...
She must have hacked her e... She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have... No, I don't... She used to think that was in the...
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Fuck. Yes, I see. So what you're saying is... I have absolutely no idea. I fucked up. Failed. I'm gonna believe what I'm gonna say. That's Makoto. Yes, I do.
I refuse to give up yet.
Oh, Christ. That's scary. Okay, let's try again. Very clearly, I'm missing something. As always.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it.
Oh, for a second. Triple flash. You take a spot, then hold down the trunk ring. Spot. Time increase.
She used to think that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Let's see.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro
I think I
really have
do.
gotten into the boys' locker room
I
somehow?
think I do understand what's going on now.
She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
No, actually, you know.
What thing?
Okay, you know what? I think I got it backwards
Talking
now.
about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that,
She could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Is it really? Could Chihiro really have gotten
think.
that?
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Oh, come on! Don't tell me that I'm wrong again.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really?
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer. I'm sure that would have... No, I don't think that's... She used the thing that was in the main...
I'm talking about Leon's.
If she had that,
Oh,
She could get into the boys' locker room no.
Let me see if this
Could
works.
Chihiro really?
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Ah! God damn it! What am I missing?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Is it really? Could Chihiro really?
I got she must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have... No, I don't... She used the thing... Huh? What? I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Nice.
Is it really?
Okay.
Could Chihiro really?
She must have hacked. She was...
I might have been overthinking it.
No, I don't... She used the thing that was in the...
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook. No.
Yeah, there we go. That's what you get for overthinking it.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Even though Monokuma says that's not possible.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Technically speaking, there isn't, actually.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
I do too. Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the ghost locker room, and Byakuya's the one who did it. Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second.
God damn it, Kyoko.
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Alright.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
I was wondering if he would actually allow this.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now,
I guess.
what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... I figured it'd be back here, honestly.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Okay. I definitely think I know what she's getting at here. Want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully.
Like
Jesus Christ, dude.
No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
Yes, please, you stay away.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
Of course you would.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Just calm down.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Yeah, it's definitely what I thought before. I was right.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
Oh boy.
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is...
Mm-hmm.
Is what?
Is a boy!
That's what I thought.
I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
You're joking, right?
No.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Yeah.
Ben, it's really true?
Chihiro was... Guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
Of course you did. And you specifically gave Chihiro an e-handbook that led him into the boys' locker room.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial.
Like I said before, it's just the way that Chihiro kept avoiding Sakura and Aoi every time they wanted to train together, and just the whole "I need to be stronger" mantra she kept spouting just made me suspicious after a little while. Yep.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my mind. It crossed my mind several times.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Don't lie, you didn't know.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
He really is.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Yes.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Uh-huh.
But I...
Wait, there was like he had an accomplice or something?
I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
Yeah.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
Yeah, because he's a sociopath.
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Because this whole thing is a fucking game to him.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead.
I do
Find
too.
it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
You seem nervous, Yasuhiro.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can show that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer has to be a guy, right?
I got it!
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you need a boys' handbook to get in. Because Leon's handbook is apparently broken, and the killer would have to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. That's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Great. Now what? Celeste's account.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Right.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
I was about to say that.
No! Not game over!
No. As a matter of fact, there is an eyewitness of the account regarding Chihiro. She has more information about that. Yes, Celeste saw her. I think it was the night she died, or the night before she died.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Oh, god damn it.
Shoot!
I'm not just saying she's wrong, I'm trying to...
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all
Motherfucker.
over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
Wait. That's not true.
No, it's wrong.
There you go, I caught it.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
You're not French, so stop it.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Track jacket and a duffel bag. But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
I guess.
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Well, yeah, he's trying to... For one thing, he couldn't get into the girls' locker room. Second of all, he's hiding the fact that he was a guy. So he wouldn't want to do that.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Yeah.
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship!
Okay, so my mind is racing again.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
Well, Makoto thinks that the culprit was a guy.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
I can guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Why are you smiling?
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Uh-huh.
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
It was a blue and white striped track jacket in a white duffel bag.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for it, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. Here we go. Make your argument.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Right.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! We picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
Yeah, I can tell.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Uh-huh. She's right. What he said just now is really odd. Alright. I got it now. I figured it out. Yeah, I figured it out. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So how can I link it back? How do you know something like that?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
No, not that one.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit.
Can I get rid of it? I can't get rid of it.
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
Wait a second.
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it? First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his
Well,
way
I've
to
got
go
a bunch of chances to figure it out, so.
next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Oh, damn, that didn't work. The hell are you talking about? Just shut up, you little bitch.
Shoot.
Somewhere.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask,
I see it now.
choose the specific
I see it
tracksuit
now.
that he did?
Okay,
What do you mean,
dumb
the
mistake.
specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
How'd you know it was blue? How'd you know it was blue, Mondo?
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
That's a classic mistake right there.
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue?
Blue and white stripe, technically, but yes.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
Yes, Mondo?
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, no one did, Taka, because the evidence was all destroyed, remember, before anyone even found Chihiro's body.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Yes, Cherry. That's his name.
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
Yeah, when?
He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
The tracksuit was in the bag, though, not in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Did you?
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he talked, the way he was acting, the way he talked.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
Does he?
You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude.
Did he? I don't remember.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
But to be fair, I don't think anyone here is really friends.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
What about Taka? I'm suspicious of him too, honestly. He was acting a little skittish as well. There's also the fact that after that night in the sauna, the two of them became all buddy-buddy afterwards. And I think, didn't Chihiro die her body was discovered the very next day? I think? No, that's not right, is it? The day after? Well, let's see where this goes.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
You are a criminal, dude. You're the head of a fucking gang.
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
Okay, so you're saying you're the one who killed her then?
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Nearly.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Jesus Christ, if we shut up.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Yeah, he did say that, but I honestly don't believe. Okay, fine. What did you find?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
We got nothing else, I guess, man. What did you find?
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground? It must belong to... It's Mondo's, maybe? It smells to Mondo, doesn't it? Huh, but I haven't. Fuck.
Shoot!
Okay, so it has to be Chihiro's.
I got it!
There we go.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
Was it? I really don't remember.
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
It's just weird seeing Leon's face right there crossed out like that.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
Oh, I said they couldn't be broken though, Monokuma.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
The sauna, maybe? He said there was shock resistant and waterproof, but not heat resistant. Here's Blake. Is there any possible explanation? Splitting a bug? Maybe it's a weak point? A hack?
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
He did say that.
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
Why would he tell you, though?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Does he even actually want this to be a fair trial? He just wants to see as much death as possible.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
Well, if you ever push your demands, I demand that you let us all out of here so we can go home and never come back here and never have to associate with you ever again.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for
That's
too
what I
long,
thought.
it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
Did you?
You knew it? Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Yep, that's what I thought.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Which is what Mondo and Taka did that entire time. I've never been in a sauna before, so I have no idea if what he's saying is even remotely true, but let's just go with it.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Mm-hmm.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Uh-huh, Taka? Got something you want to say? Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? Had to be the one who wore all the clothes with the sauna. It was. No, it certainly wasn't me. But I mean, you seem awfully rattled, Talker. Could it be you know who it actually was? In that case, there's really only one person left it could have been. Fuck. Alright, fine. He did too, though. Didn't he?
Here's my answer.
Alright, fine.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Okay, so I guess Talker's... Okay, so if I'm wrong about Talker, he's just in denial right now because he wants to be best friends with Mondo.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
Uh-huh.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on.
Do you have that towel on his pompadour? I don't remember that.
But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. One more time. Make your argument. Broken E-handbook, Chiyo's handbook, and the card reader.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Uh-huh.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Dude, he's the leader of a street gang. I'm sure Mondo's handbook broke during the sauna showdown. If I can just prove that, then that will show that the handbook Mondo has might actually be
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
someone else's.
If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
What?
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I'm pretty sure he would hurt several flies. Alright, let's see if I can do this.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
Oops.
In other
Damn.
words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See?
Fuck.
Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, it's wrong.
There we go. Break.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Is it yours?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
So that's not Liam. So he took Leon's. He switched his with Leon's.
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, it wasn't loaned out to him. He just took it.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Oh, great. So we're going to see shenanigans with that in the future.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong.
Yeah, Taka's in denial.
Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning?
This is a hell of a roller coaster here. We went through 3 suspects in one case.
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Closing argument. Finish the thought. Oh boy. Okay, see. Chihiro getting his stuff, running into Celeste, saying, ha ha ha, oh, I gotta run. And then Celeste noticing. The gym bag. Let's see. Chihiro stuffing the tracksuit into the bag, running off, and then going to the locker rooms. I think. Let me think. Is this right? Maybe. Right. Chihiro comes in. There's Mondo. Mondo sneaks up behind him. Yeah. Picks up the dumbbell. Bludgeons him. Man, is this a lot? Let's see. Then this is Byakuya, who finds Chihiro's body and decides to switch things around for whatever the fuck reason he had. No, that's not right. I don't think that's right. This is the exact same one, isn't it? Exact same screenshot. Just look at that. That's just fucking creepy as hell. This is definitely right. And tying him up. Then... let me see. Yeah, this doesn't go here. I can already see that. No, wait. No, this definitely happened afterwards with the posters. Oh, wait a minute. I think hold up. I think this is... Can I? Okay, yeah, I can do that. Let's see. Oh no, Mondo did this. Okay. Trying to think here. No, that's not right. Oh. That's the right one. I'm trying to remember, once some of the... No, they couldn't have been. I would say on some of these red herring clues that you don't actually need to use, but I don't think that's right. Maybe, right. I think that's the right one. Are we done? They're all filled up. This doesn't feel right. This is definitely right. Cheer going to the boys' locker room, accessing it. Let's see. Monoba came up behind her. He's minding his own business. Picks up the dumbbell. Attacks. Splatters on the poster. Then Mondo rolled up the carpet, took down the poster, and moved it around. They took Chihiro's body for whatever reason. Then Byakuya came in with the extension cord for whatever reason. Maybe I'll have this all premeditated. Right, then with bloodlust up here. That's correct. I don't think that's right. Maybe? think that's right. Someone's... Ah, boy. I don't think this is right.
Here's exactly what happened.
I don't think it is.
Let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
No, I don't think that must be reasonable. I don't think that's the case. Alright. Maybe?
Here's exactly what happened.
Hope that's it. Oh, it
With bag
skips
in
right over
hand,
here.
Chihiro headed out.
It skips to the
even though
Act 2.
It was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Is that right?
The killer is you!
Yeah.
With bag
The
in
hell of a
hand,
way to start a sentence,
Chihiro headed
Amakoto.
out. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was a...
Okay.
Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Could you imagine that blood was red? Goodness.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Damn. Ah. What, the dumbbell? No, let me see. Thankfully, this is definitely right. Only have 2 more chances, then I'm fucked again.
The killer is you! Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Great.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Oh, damn it! Ah, fuck. We're almost there, dude. We are so close. What am I missing? All that was right up to this point. No, wait, go back, go back, go back. It wasn't this one, was it?
Here's exactly what happened. After all, Sayaka and Junk using one of those, a boy could get...
There we go.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
You had to move that heavy equipment too to do it.
That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
There we go.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that
Look at that.
Mondo Owada?
Complete.
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo is the killer. That already moved itself earlier in the trial. I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now. Once I do that, everything will become clear. Oh, come on with this. Alright, fine. Let's talk a little bit about Fever Time and Nega Time. How about we don't and just stop making things more complicated for me? I love this visual style right here with the flat characters and everything. Anyway, during a bullet time battle, if you press the R1 button, Fever Time will activate, and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push X square, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. Okay, that sounds great. So what's the drawback there? So what's the drawback there? But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out. So make the best possible use of your time. Okay, fair enough. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special time, right? What? Oh, son of a bitch! So we also prepared something called Nega Time that your opponents can use. But why? Why make it harder for me? If the opponent activates Nega Time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate Fever Time at this point... No, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, your action difficulty is set to gentle. The opponent, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use Nega Time. Well then, good luck, and have fun. What's... Can I... What's mine right now? Let me just... God damn it. So anyway, let's go. I'm gonna fuck up again. The moment of truth.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Ah, son of a bitch! I think I fucked up again. Okay. Let's check. Yes, I do.
I refuse to give up yet.
Okay. So you're saying Taka's the killer? What was it? Yeah, okay. You saying Taka's the killer? Not Mondo?
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Oops.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen.
Final strike.
Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
Am I proving to Taka that Mondo is the killer, or am I accusing Taka of being the killer?
Thinking so far is right. Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
It gotta be. Okay. Something tells me there's a trophy for getting, like, all A's or all S ranks or whatever.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
You actually want me to choose? Or... Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blacken that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Owada!
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. Oh, shit. What does that mean for him? Who'd you vote for? You voted for Makoto, didn't you? Or possibly Toko. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he could kill someone. Would kill someone.
Sorry. What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the circle button to fast forward for text. No, I want to know what's going on. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. What do you mean? The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this the fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. I notice Makoto isn't in this group shot here. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy. Yeah, that's a lot more serious than what Makoto's was.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. Was he saying that Chihiro was going to try to kill Mondo? The same thing like with Sayaka and Leon? If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
what?
And yet,
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But...
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Really? Well, good for him. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be great to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. So why'd you kill him? I mean, why in that specific moment did you just decide to do it? Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did. To keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. To keep his secret? What? To make him strong? What? Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. What I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Because Chihiro's body was found in the girls' locker room, is the point. Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would know he would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then, Mono did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro? Who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you... Because, no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed. Mondo's gay. I don't know.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Mondo's killed before? I don't know. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong!
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Yeah. To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know?
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? What'd he do? He killed his own brother. He did mention his brother died early on. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join the gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. He's got Pompadour too. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang. And his #2, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. Oh man, what happened to the internet? The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that I do is make the game look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why... I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was gone. Well, Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong. Strong. Strong, 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 strong. And yet, as soon as that killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own brother. No matter what, I can let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why. That's why Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with all kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say. But after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. It's taking a long time to get through this. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words are like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us?
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why'd you have to tell me all that? You trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong. Strong, 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 strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him. You see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory... Why's my iPad going off right now? For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again. I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader. What's it gonna be this time? No! Wait! Wait!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait! Oh, that's terrible.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
And here it goes. Game over. Mondo has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. What's it gonna be? Jeez, I figured it was gonna be something like this. Related to the motorcycle. The Cage of Death. Of course he jumps off. What's about to happen? Oh boy. Is it electrified? Or is this whole body about to just be liquefied from moving so fast? Was he vaporized? Jesus Christ. Laugh at death, and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder. And another execution. I want to feel again. Well, you do feel. Because you're feeling just disturbed by everything that's happening. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. On the bright side, it seems like Toko is finally back to her normal self from what I saw a second ago. Isaka's sad screams invaded our skulls. We were each forced to realize once again. But he... Of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Byakuya?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that
however,
I just don't understand why. Why'd you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So ignore the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please, continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well,
So, you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But that had been the end of it. How boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack and Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene. But damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, we would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before I'd reached that point. Of course, the actor turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. Oof.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes. We're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey,
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next?
you...
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair, is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair. What do you mean? 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 Mean?
What the heck?
Mean, 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 mean. Good grief. I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh,
That,
how exciting.
The noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is sort of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Ooh, so cool. That's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Isn't that a threat, though? Like, didn't he say if you threatened didn't Monokuma say if you threatened him, he'd kill you? I mean, granted, Byakuya didn't actually do anything physically to him, but it's still a very overt threat. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed in the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, Our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship — what friendship? It felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. The hell?
Well, anyway, like I was saying,
Who the hell is that?
this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot.
Is that the mastermind?
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
What girl? What are you talking about?
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it.
Toko? Genocide Jill, rather?
Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
So it's almost right. So one of them actually is working with Monokuma.
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
I'm betting on Kyoko. Or Celeste, possibly. There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Nobody needs to know that. Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean. There's a 16th student?
Ooh. My. You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Or maybe it's Byakuya himself and he's just playing... It's one of them. It's someone. Boy's Life of Despair. The end. Surviving students, 10. The Crazy Diamond Present. Cool. 2 of a kind. Yes, let's save this. Well, before we go any further than that, that was fucking insane. That took a very long time to... Granted, that took longer than it should have because of my massive mistakes, but... Goddamn. I don't know. Didn't expect that from Mondo, honestly. I figured Mondo would be the typical... Like, I figured he killed someone before... Well... He killed his brother through his own incompetence. I'll say that. And his brother saved him. Oh boy. So I was I don't know if I mentioned this in any of the videos before, but it was a theory of mine that someone is working with Monokuma within the group, and apparently that's been confirmed. But also, there's supposed to be a 16th student with them. What is that about? Is there someone already in the school? No, I mean in the school before the other students came. 15 to start with, and now 5 of them are already dead. Dude, this is gonna get intense when it gets down to like just 3 people or something. Oh boy. I like this game. I really do. So, this has been long enough. We'll continue on next time. Chapter 3 now. So, I'll talk to you guys later.